In today's video, we'll discuss the other Yieldmax funds that I'm getting aggressive in besides YMAG, MSFO, and APLY. As you know, Yieldmax helps us earn over $200,000 per year in dividends at this channel and live the FIRE lifestyle, which means financially independent, retire early. If you need help doing the same, email me for my e-guides at akintod48@gmail.com. Not only are we earning over $200,000 per year in dividends, and are we up 7,000 for the day, which, by the way, you know I don't care about. I only care about percentages. 0.9%. Actually, we're up more than that. If you go to my original page here, 1.28% is what we're up. And that's because that page does not factor in my margin. Okay, so my margin is only factored in on this portfolio page. And as you know, we use margin to get ahead of this channel. For every $1 you put in your account, you get $4 of purchasing power. Okay, I just use a fraction of this purchasing power to get ahead. As you can see, I use $230,000 of margin debt, but my dividends of around $200,000 per year will pay that back in around 1 year. And also look at my total performance for the year. Okay, we're up 8.95% for the year. The S&P is up 8.2. So we're beating the S&P and we're right under the NASDAQ, which is right where we want to be. I told you that's the goal of this channel, is not to make days gains. Capital gains are just icing on the cake. All I want are these dividends. I just want to live free from 9 to 5. Okay, Bitcoin is great, trading is great. I do a little bit of both, but I rely mainly on dividends because dividends pay qualifying income to banks for loans. I don't know why more people don't understand this. Bitcoin, you can draw against it. You can use it at other brokerages to maybe draw on to get margin loans of your own with, but you can't qualify to banks with Bitcoin gains because I tried with UPro, I tried with trading. They wouldn't take it. They said they need dividends or a pay stub. They won't take up and down gains from the stock market. And if they do take dividends, they want 2 years plus, okay, of average qualifying income of around $50,000 just to qualify for a $300,000 house. So I guess today is going to be another boring video about Yieldmax, just geared for the algos and for people that will click my videos. I made a Bible video earlier about Bitcoin and I didn't get much of a response, and I don't know why people didn't like that video. I mean, yes, in the Bible it says to invest your talents, parable of talents, and I'm not all about money here at this channel. I don't even care about money. That's why I started the channel, because I had too much dividend money and I had too much time, so I wanted to do something with my time. You can't take your money to heaven, and every day I'm just living free. I'm 38 years old, almost 38, and I'm living free with nothing to do. So I'm making these videos, and so of course I'm going to explore the Bible, because you can't take money with you. God is the most important thing. Obviously, the only risk in my life besides margin calls is death. So I'm going to obviously research the Bible, and all the greats that I know are close with God. They research the Bible as well. Many greats, most of the presidents are Masons, and I had to look into that and find out that they're just really studied in this area. They're not evil people. They're not, necessarily good or bad people. They just study all text, all religious texts, and I do the same to get not only more money out of my account, of course, but to get more out of my life. I'm not in this for money once again. Okay, so yeah, we earn $200,000 per year in dividends, and most of that I don't even get from Yieldmax. You know that's from Cornerstone, and I don't care if I'm beating this drum here on Cornerstone. It's 4 stars. I don't make videos for content, for your enjoyment. I make videos every day for me to live the FIRE lifestyle, and I want other people to engage with me in my portfolio and share with me how I can improve it. I'm not doing this for your enjoyment once again. $7,000, I don't really care what anyone thinks. I'm making this kind of money, and it's predictable because it's 1%, and I tie my investments to the indexes, so when the indexes are up 1%, I'm up 1%. It's really that simple, and that comes from Cornerstone. Once again, Cornerstone, you have to learn how to play this fund properly. You have to time it around its rights offerings. That's what my Volume 4 e-guide is all about. Cornerstone, okay, that's how we get most of our money, most of our income. Cornerstone, Defiance, and Yieldmax. But Defiance just goes sideways and gives you huge gains. Yieldmax gives you nice gains, but you have to trade them around the highs and lows. And so I'm finding some Yieldmax names that I invest in personally that give me better performance. And the first Yieldmax name I have for you is JP Morgan. Okay, JP Morgan, it's been a solid winner for Yieldmax. Okay, look at the maintenance. It is 50%, so it's not as good as Microsoft, but all Yieldmax funds are 50%. And that's why I have so much in Microsoft, because it's 30% maintenance and it's most of the index. JP Morgan is a large part of the indexes. Okay, JP Morgan is a large part of the S&P. In the Dow Jones, it's here, it's 3% of the Dow Jones, so it's a large part of the indexes. So I want JP Morgan in my portfolio. It also fulfills an important need. It's financial, so we need our financial exposure. But again, it has 50% maintenance. If you need help understanding maintenance, that's in my volume 3 e-guide. Maintenance is the whole secret to living the FIRE lifestyle. Okay, I don't care if I have to say this over and over and over again until I'm blue in the face. Maintenance is everything. How do I stay out of margin calls when the market's down? Well, all I care about is this available withdrawal number, okay? My net account value, I don't care about this number. I had a subscriber from my last video say, Todd, it's not all about love of money. Well, I don't care about this number. I don't care if it goes to 200,000. That's a completely meaningless number. I want this number to be safe so that all of my dividends can take root and my equity is strong enough to where I'm living off dividends forever. I can just live off the dividends falling from the sky. I don't have to work by the sweat of my brow to trade Bitcoin or to trade stocks. I just want my dividends coming in uninterrupted. I want to be free for life. And so that's what this available withdrawal number is. I don't care about money. I care about safety. I care about having abundance for my family, and available withdrawal is everything. If this is at zero, I'm in a margin call, but I can withstand over 20% corrections in the market, and I can still withdraw out of my account. This margin debt that I have, okay, I can run this up to whatever I want. I have almost $1 million to spend. It's low interest debt. I don't mind keeping it on. It's around 6%. I've negotiated it down twice. Many of my clients who buy my e-guides have done the same. When you buy my e-guides, you get free access to the Discord chat room for life, and you get my phone number for life. Here in Discord, I alert you of the Cornerstone rights offering announcement. We're all on top of it. We have almost 1,000 members here in Discord who are pursuing the FIRE lifestyle as well. So they will be able to tell you about the Cornerstone rights offering if I can't for whatever reason. Also, they can answer whatever questions you have about your brokerage account, who has the lowest maintenance, who has a special drip for Cornerstone, etc., etc. Because Cornerstone is just so special. It's a 4-star fund. It drips its 21% dividend down at the NAV for free money every month. No other fund in the world does this. It's one of the largest closed-end funds in the world. It has almost $1 billion market cap, and it's been around the longest. So I'm going to be in Cornerstone. You also get 20 to 30% premiums per year in addition to the 20% dividend. And if you play the RO properly, that's how you really level up your account. And that's what my Volume 4 e-guide instruction on how to do. So I'm never going to stop talking about Cornerstone, but I will buy some Yieldmax funds that make sense for me. All right, I will own Defiance. I will own Yieldmax. I prefer talking about Cornerstone. No, they don't pay me, but I'll talk about Yieldmax where it benefits me. And it benefits me here with financials, okay? Because JP Morgan is not that volatile. It's kind of like Microsoft. Microsoft has been doing very well for us. Again, Microsoft is 30% maintenance, but Microsoft is one of my favorites at Yieldmax because it's 10% of the indexes. It's also a huge part of the Dow. It is 6% of the Dow. So it's a large part of the indexes, but look at the decay. It's been very minimal. Look at this chart. It's been really good. It's been tracking Microsoft well. Okay, there's a chart of Microsoft. Now let's go to a chart of JP Morgan, JPM. This stock has been on fire. Financials have been starting to catch up to the whole market rally. So I've been buying other financials. If you want to follow my portfolio, just click the join button below, or you can go to my wall and find it there. I'll also link it in the description. So JPM, look at that. It's been on fire. So JPMO, look at the performance. It's been tracking it quite well. Okay, that's very nice. All right, so the other fund that I have for you guys, another boring fund, because these are stocks. I don't care about stocks. I like to put all of my money in the indexes because actually you can compound your wealth better when you have, let's say, 100 grand in SPY. It's easier to make 10,000 with SPY on a 10% move on 100 grand than it is to make 10 grand on 10 grand. You would need a 100% move, and Bitcoin can move for you like that, but it won't give you qualifying income to banks, and it's 100% maintenance. It sucks up all of your equity. So I just want to live free. I don't care what anyone else says. Next we have DSO, okay? Because Disney is cheap, and I believe in Disney because I don't really care about Disney in itself. It's just that it's indexed, so I want things that are in the indexes. Disney has had a pullback. Okay, I'm going to be adding to this soon, but that pullback was because of the ex-dividend dates, but we did see a minor pullback there in Disney. But look at that. It's tracking it so well. All right, look at the chart of Disney. It's really cheap compared to where it was with its all-time highs. So here are its all-time highs around 200. It's about to break out of the 200-day moving average. This looks good. I want to buy more of DISO, but it's a stock. I can't put too much money in stocks, plus it's 50% maintenance. All right, it's going to suck up half of my equity. I can only keep DISO at overweight with my other stocks that I keep at 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. For all the members who follow my portfolio, you know what those allocations look like. Disney is a great company, but I cannot risk my performance being affected negatively if Disney were to fall and I were to have too much in Disney. Plus, it's not a large part of the indexes, so I would be kicking myself if I put a large amount of money in Disney and something were to happen with its shareholder activism or something like that, and then the market roars higher and I'm missing out on that performance because I'm not tied to the indexes. I hate FOMO, okay? And the last stock that I want to share with you guys, okay, I appreciate you sticking around this long. I mean, I know that it's not as fun as making money with Cornerstone. Well, at least my loyal audience believes that. For all you newcomers to this channel, I mean, you're going to really have to understand that you make more money when you compound in the indexes than you do with stocks. And you have to risk so much with stocks versus putting your money in the indexes. So that last stock that I have for you tonight is XOMO. So this is the Yieldmax Exxon fund it looks like it's, performing badly if you were to look at it on a chart, but you have to just go to its underlying, okay? Exxon looks almost identical. It's tracking it very well, and it just broke above its 200-day moving average. So if you need help understanding charts, that's in my Volume 2 e-guide. Here it is, Exxon on a max time frame, on a 10-year time frame. It hasn't gone anywhere for 20 years. It's been stuck at around 100, so maybe this is the time for Exxon. Who knows? I'm not making predictions. All I can say is I buy around the 200-day moving average. That's a good time to get long in your shares. And so that's what I've done with Exxon, but it's also 50% maintenance, so keep that in mind. All right, and I'm not going to put too much in stocks, again, because they take you down by way more than the indexes. If I had all my money in Exxon this year, look what would have happened. I would have been underperforming the indexes. All I want to do is perform in line with the indexes because, yes, you want $200,000 in dividends per year, but you also want days gains. You want to go with the market. I remember having all energy in 2019, and the market was going higher, and I just kept losing every day in energy, and it was the worst feeling in the world. Yes, I was getting dividends and they were tax-free because they were ROC, but I wasn't getting days gains and it was really hurting. Why not get best of both worlds? You can also buy Bitcoin, but keep it at 3 to 5% of your portfolio, in my opinion, because if you win in Bitcoin, you can't do anything with it. You don't want to siphon your cash out of your account to go buy a house because now you don't have any money to invest with. So if you win in Bitcoin, you can't do much with it. And if you lose, well, you can't pay bills with it and it sucks up all of your equity. At least in the indexes are guaranteed to come back over time. And you can't even pay your bills with an SPY, but with the Cornerstone, you can always pay your bills because it's paying you that 21% dividend for the year. It's set for the year. Yieldmax dividends, they fluctuate. They go by the underlying volatility, and those fluctuate, especially if the stock is down, then the dividends will get affected. That's why I have to stick with Cornerstone. So I don't care if it's boring. I don't care if people get upset with me talking about the Bible. I'm using direct lines from the Bible that are backing up my thesis with investing. And I believe that you should get the most out of life. And if that's in the Bible or the Quran or in good old self-help books, I don't mind. I like to read any book that I can. I like to share with you any information that I think is pertinent to the community. So anyway, I hope you like this video, okay? If you need more help doing what I'm doing, email me for my e-guides at akintodd48@gmail.com. When you buy my e-guides, you get free access to the Discord chat room for life and my phone number. And if you want to follow my portfolio, just click the join button on my wall, okay? And that way we can stay on the fire journey together. Most people buy my e-guides first, and then they call me if they have more questions, and they bounce ideas off others in Discord, and then they follow my portfolio. It's only $10 a month. It's cheaper than a cup of coffee, and all the money that I'm making you with these investments, with these dividends, should pay back in less than a month. So that's the progression of audience members at my channel. I had so many questions, I had to direct them to e-guides. I didn't have e-guides made when I started this channel. Then I had to direct them to Discord because they wanted alerts for the Cornerstone rights offering announcement. Then they had so many questions in Discord that we started all those channels in Discord. We have a Bitcoin channel, we have a Yieldmax channel, Cornerstone, you name it, okay? So my channel has been started organically out of demand from you all, and I really appreciate all your support. If you like the video, click like or subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.